Okay, so today I wanted to take a look at some Am I Overreacting threads. Let's do that while I'm playing some Minecraft. Am I overreacting for refusing to babysit my sister's kids after what she said at dinner? My sister has 3 kids under 10, and somehow over the last few years I became the default backup parent. I work from home, so everyone decided that means I'm always free. Babysitter cancels, she calls me. Kid has a fever, she calls me. Sometimes she doesn't even ask anymore. She just texts, dropping them off in 20 like I'm a daycare. She already pays or something. I didn't push back much because I love my nieces and nephew. And honestly, her husband is useless half the time unless somebody is actively watching him parent. Plus, after my miscarriage last year, I think I kind of threw myself into helping people. So I didn't have to think too much about my own life. Last Sunday, we were having dinner at my parents' place, and my mom joked that I should start charging daycare rates. Everybody laughed except my sister. She goes, "Well, it's not like she has a real job anyway. She just sits at home on her laptop all day." I laughed at first because I thought she was kidding, but she kept going, saying she has the actual exhausting life because she's raising kids while I just answer emails all day with no husband, no kids, no responsibilities. It got super quiet after that because everybody at the table knows about the miscarriage. Even my dad looked uncomfortable and immediately tried changing the subject. I just grabbed my stuff and left because I could literally feel myself starting to cry, and I wasn't about to do that in front of everybody over some boxed wine and dried chicken parm. Since then, I've stopped helping completely. No babysitting, no emergency pickups, nothing. Now she's freaking out because apparently childcare keeps falling through and she has to miss work sometimes. Yesterday, she called saying I'm pushing innocent kids over one stupid joke and that she clearly was kidding. But honestly, it didn't feel like a joke. It felt like one of those things somebody has been thinking for a long time and finally let slip. Now my mom wants me to let it go because the kids are stressed and my sister is overwhelmed. My dad says he gets why I'm hurt, but thinks I'm dragging it out too long. Part of me feels guilty because the kids didn't do anything wrong, but another part of me feels like I've been basically doing free labor for years. And the second I stop being useful, suddenly I'm selfish and dramatic. I don't know anymore. Maybe I'm overreacting, but I'm still pretty pissed about it. Am I overreacting? Okay, so reading the first few comments, it seems like it's pretty set that she's not overreacting, and I'm going to say that I agree. I mean, she's basically doing free work for her sister. However, if she really loves her nieces and nephews, I'm sure she's going to be able to find a way to spend some time with them. However, this is not to invalidate the job she does because personally, I work from home as well. And yeah, sure, we spend most of the time at home and we usually have like free time between meetings and whatever. But it's still work. I mean, we still have to be present there and we still have to respond to people and have responsibilities, even if the work is minimal. So some of the comments say, tell her and your parents that they can work out a daycare between themselves as you are working. And this seems pretty valid, right? Because at that point, I'm guessing the parents are probably retired or something, and they should be able to pick up like the kids' responsibilities, right? Or pick up the responsibilities of taking care of the kids while the mother is working. It's unfortunate because parents, for that matter, are not able to take care of their kids because nowadays we need a double income to take care of kids. But I'm sure it's something that she can work out. Like, if that daycare is not coming through for her, she might want to consider another type of daycare that might be able to accommodate to her needs. There's another comment that says, not overreacting. She was taking advantage of you. She felt entitled to your assistance, then she belittled you for having a life to give you the flexibility to be of assistance to her in the first place. You don't owe her anything and don't let her guilt trip you using her kids slash her responsibilities. I mean, at this point, I believe that the mother of the kids should probably really apologize for what she said and acknowledge the effort that goes into what she does for her kids, right? Nieces and nephews are amazing and we can love them, but we're still not their parents, right? So at some points, the parents are the ones that should be responsible for what happens of the kids. Family is usually available for us through thick and thin, right? But she was over relying on her and expecting her to take some responsibility off her shoulders. Another comment says, not overreacting, she was cruel and entitled in what she said. Also, I'm amazed at how many people think work from home is not actually working. I think that when you are ready, you can revisit this, but with very strict boundaries. It's not your fault she overcommitted herself when she had kids and that her husband is so useless. It is not your responsibility to take them every time she needs help. And this is exactly what I was mentioning before. Work from home is actually working. We still have responsibilities and we have a schedule to keep. And yeah, it's definitely worth it to revisit this sometime in the future. So yeah, my conclusion of this specific scenario would be like, no, she's not overreacting. Obviously, she has work to do and she can't be hand and foot 24/7 catering to her sister's needs. At that point, the sister should be able to figure out an alternative so she doesn't rely on her sister so much and also apologize because the reaction was too much and it can definitely hurt when a family member thinks that of you. However, I'm sure OP is also very affected by this, given that she was also taking care of her niece and nephews with the greatest joy. So I can understand if she's upset because she probably loves her nieces and nephews, as she mentioned before. So yeah, I say she's not overreacting. And let me know what you guys think about this specific scenario. How would you guys have handled it?